Hello you all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In this week's video, we're going to do an easy peasy realistic Sunday reset. Just a few things I wanted to get done around the house to start my week off on the right foot. If you are new here, and even if you're returning, my name is Jay. Thank you so much for clicking on my video and taking the time to check out my channel. Like I already said, this was a Sunday reset. The house really wasn't that bad, but there were still a few things I wanted to get done that I had been putting off all week. So what better time to do that than Sunday afternoon? First things first, this trash can was stinking. It was disgusting. So we're starting off in the kitchen because a smelly home is just not it. So I had to disinfect the cans and take that out, and then we will get to the rest of the kitchen. I hope you all have been doing well and enjoying what's left of summer. I feel like summer has really flown by, but it felt like that even when it first started to get super hot because it rained for so long. So spring I just spent indoors because it was pouring, and then it was summer, so it just feels like the seasons are just flying by. But I know that realistically we still have quite a few weeks left until we get to fall. At least here in Maryland, we got about 10 more weeks left of this weather before it even begins to cool down consistently. But the stores are making me think fall is right around the corner. And so these icon glasses that I'm showing, have you guys seen them? Have you fallen into the hype? It's just the latest thing that I've fallen for. I like to think that I'm not easily influenced, but I really am. Oh, sorry about that. They were yelling outside. So, I had to be nosy and make sure nothing was going on because I was sitting by the window. But anyway, the icon glasses. There is a TikToker that I've been following for months and months now, and she shows these icon glasses to make her iced coffees. And one day I was like, wow, I want those. And so I've been on a hunt now for all these icon glasses, and I did treat myself and buy the real things from Anthropologie. I got 2 of them for fall. And yeah, that's just the latest hype that I've fallen into. Although I think it's maybe about a year beyond the real hype because I'm chronically uncool, so I never hop on trends when they're actually trending. But are you guys trendy? Do you follow the fads, and are you usually in on whatever's hot right now? Are you easily influenced, or are you like, no, I'm gonna resist? And something really quick, somebody in my last video had asked me about my job, and I didn't mean to sound cagey or evasive. I do work. I have like a salary 40-hour-a-week job, and I work with computers. I just don't specify the company for privacy reasons. My job is my livelihood, and I absolutely cannot afford to lose it. I've worked very hard to be there, but I do work with computers, and I'm technically an engineer, so that's like the gist of what I do. I sit at a computer all day, every day. Another thing I had to do this weekend was to pack my deep freezer. So I went to Costco, and if you're unfamiliar, Costco is a warehouse store. So it's typically people will buy for families or even small businesses, and they buy in bulk. Well, I wanted to get some beef. And why is beef so expensive? It is so expensive. Are you kidding me? So expensive. And I'm not out here buying filet mignon all the time. It was just, I really had sticker shock. And Costco has a very good price per pound since it's a warehouse store, but wow. And I only have to feed one person. I could not believe how expensive the beef was. So I'm very grateful that I'm able to stock up, right? These things are expensive, but within reason, I'm still able to kind of buy at the same volume I always have, but I don't want to. So I went there, I picked up some meats. I got some chuck steaks, some ribeye, lamb chops. I love I love lamb chops. Now that's like a fancy Sunday dinner type meal for me, but I absolutely love lamb chops with fresh lemon juice. I love it. So I stocked up on my meats and I wanted to break them up and get them into more manageable portion sizes in individual bags and get those into my deep freezer. Once that's all done, I'm going to get those labeled and dated and then pop them away. And I did end up buying chicken as well. I picked up like legs, drumsticks, thighs, all that. But those already come kind of in smaller packs. So I just cut them up and put them in the freezer as well. And sorry, my big back is in the way. I didn't mean to stand right in front of the camera right there. Speaking of big backs, so if you all know, I was on this weight loss journey, of course, just trying to get healthier, trying to get stronger. And I've definitely gotten stronger in the past year and a half. I mean, I have muscles again, muscles I haven't had in a while, but the scale is not going down as much as I need it to. And I was actually on a GLP-1 for 3 months and I saw weight loss finally. Now, nothing too drastic. So before I started the GLP-1, I was counting my calories and exercising and eating very within a good caloric range. I was in a deficit, but I wasn't starving myself. And I was losing about 3/4 of a pound a week. And I was working out 4 to 6 days a week, hard, sometimes twice a day, once in the gym, once at home. And I was losing 3/4 of a pound a week, which is good, but slow. And then I got on the GLP-1, and from that, I was doing the same exact thing. And I was losing about 1.5 to 2 pounds a week, which is still not too much. That's a reasonable amount of weight to lose per week, and it was fantastic. And I finally saw the fruits of my labor, and then it just got too expensive. It was costing me $100 a month for the program I was using just to pay them, and then I had to pay for the medication, and I believe that was $549. It went down in price, but it was like $549. It's just, that's a big expense. That's a huge expense, and I just couldn't afford it anymore. So I went off of it, and I'm back to losing either no weight or less than a pound a week. So I'm just very frustrated, but I know that I'm so much healthier, and any weight loss is good, but it's caused me to kind of fall off the wagon a little bit. I've been eating things I shouldn't in the past week, and now that I'm not on the medication, I'm hungry all the time. That's one of the things that I struggle with, is just my appetite. And when you're on a GLP-1, at least for me, I was never really hungry. So I could just eat for the sake of eating because it's nutritious. Now I go to bed hungry. I wake up in the middle of the night hungry. I wake up hungry. I'm hungry all the time, and I've eaten enough. So that's what's been going on with me lately, but I'm just trying to fight through it and figure out what I need to do next. I'm still going to keep on trying. I can never stop trying to be healthier, but it's really been kind of a downer recently. But enough about that. We are upstairs laundry, another task that I had to do after, of course, you tidy the kitchen. Like I mentioned, all the rooms were pretty oh, I don't think I mentioned it. You guys, I'm getting my floors done. I am so excited. That's why the house wasn't that dirty this week, because I had to rush and clean it because I had some contractors come out, and I am getting the floors in the entire house redone. Finally, I can stop being embarrassed about my unfinished, cheap, scratched up floors. They're doing another version of this luxury vinyl plank, but I'm getting it in a much lighter color. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've been planning for this financially for the whole year, and it's going to be a lot of money, but I'm so excited. With my work schedule, I couldn't get it done until the middle of August. So I believe that's the 22nd and 23rd. I think that Friday, Saturday is when they're coming out. I've already paid my deposit, and picked out my flooring, and I'm just so excited. I can hardly wait. Once I put the laundry away, I'm pretty much done in the bedroom. I think I vacuumed the floors, but that was it. Of course, I changed my sheets, and like I said, all the house was pretty tidy because I had those people come over and they needed to walk the entire house to do the measurements to get for the flooring. So luckily, things were already pretty clean, and I'm happy about that. I did also do like an on the fly declutter of my pajama drawer. I was just in here and it was getting too crowded, and there were a bunch of clothes that I knew I wasn't wearing, and so did a quick declutter and got rid of some of those. That's typically how my declutters go. It's not a planned thing. It's just an on the fly when I notice a space is cluttered or I don't like the stuff there anymore. I just try to get rid of it. And the closet. So I said the floors were going to be my last big project of the year, but I think the closet will not be as big of a deal because it's so oddly shaped. I wasn't sure if I would be able to do like an Elfa Container Store closet, or it's from the Container Store. It's called the Elfa Closet System, but I wasn't sure. But if you've had that installed in your house, please let me know if you liked it, how'd it go, because I think I can afford to do that as well before the year is up. I ain't got a lot of money left after these floors, but I think I can afford to do something pretty simple in my primary closet. And I didn't even vacuum the floor. Look at that. That just tells me on the day I'm doing this voiceover, hey, you need to vacuum your bedroom. But I am going to come down here and get a handle on this laundry. I keep this little metal drying rack just on a nail that was already up on the wall, and I hang dry a lot of my clothes, sweaters, sweatshirts, a lot of the leggings that I wear, like my exercise leggings, just anything that I think will wear quickly if I put it in the dryer over and over. So I just was putting those things out to dry, and with the weather here, the humidity, the rain, I'm not hang drying stuff outside because the first time a bird poops on it or it gets washed on, I'm gonna crash out. So I hang dry my stuff inside in my little laundry room, and that's that. And then another task on the list was to clean my makeup brushes because I'm really bad at this. I used to clean them every week, kind of like you clean your toilets. I would clean my makeup brushes, but I've finally come to terms with the fact that I'm no longer a makeup girly anymore. I still love it. I will always buy it. It will always bring me immense joy, but I just don't wear it like I used to. And I've finally come to terms with that, and I did my final big declutter of my makeup. I finally got rid of all the old garbage. I was gonna cuss, but I'm trying to be better. I finally just did the last makeup declutter that I should ever have to do, and everything left I love. It fits in my desk drawer nicely, and that's that. So I wanted to clean what brushes that I still have left, and then just finish tidying up in here. I'm gonna go back into the kitchen and then finish in a really neglected space, my downstairs bathroom. I like to use a fabric disinfectant, but they discontinued my beloved Febreze antimicrobial spray, and I couldn't find my Autobahn, so I'm using this Method. What is this? Oh no, I forgot what it's called. But it's like a sanitizing spray. And then here, this downstairs bathroom. I don't shower anymore down here. I use my upstairs bathroom. So she just gets a little bit neglected, unfortunately. I still do use it when I come from work. But I just wanted to quickly give it a good wipe down. I do vacuum the floors in here. Typically when I'm vacuuming the living room, I'll pull out the Dyson and very quickly just vacuum in the bathroom, and periodically I'll mop. But very rarely do I actually clean the mirror, the surfaces, etc. Getting in here to do this bathroom, it made me wonder why I dread it so bad. It's so quick. And maybe it's quicker to clean because I'm not in here making messes all the time. There's really no need to scrub anything except the toilet. Everything else is pretty easy to clean. But while I was in here, I was like, wow, this is really easy. So me and you were all caught up. Please let me know. How are you doing? Do you have any plans? Any last minute summer trips? Anything coming up? If you've ever been to London, let me know. I may or may not have my trip planned to London soon. And I've never been. I haven't even booked my hotel, but hotel prices don't fluctuate too drastically in about 4 to 6 weeks, so I should be good there. But I have no idea. I don't know where to stay. I don't know how to get from the airport anywhere. I've never been. I don't know anything. So if you've ever been to London, I would love some tips about where to stay. I'm only going for a few days, which is fine by me. I want to hit maybe 2 or 3 big touristy things and then just spend the rest of my time shopping, eating, and shopping and eating. So that's pretty much it. And then here, it was the end of the night. I was tired. I try not to let the Sunday blues set in, and cleaning really does help that. Instead of just kind of relaxing Sunday night, I feel like cleaning is better. Maybe because I'm working actively, so I'm too busy working to think about how much I don't want to start another week the next day. But I would just wanted to finish with my Tenco, and I've been using my Tenco a lot. A part of me thinks it's because I want a new Tenco, so I have to prove to myself that I'm going to use a new one by really, really using the old one. But I do want a new Tenco. I was going to buy one during Prime Day, but I'm going to buy one as soon as my new floors are installed. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back for my next video.